Hi everyone, welcome back to Dave's Shed. I've had a very eventful day today and I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news relates to these timbers you can see beside me in the shed here. And the bad news relates to Tito, our border collie puppy, who is not here with me in the shed. So stick around and I'll tell you the whole story. This weekend is the Maleny Wood Expo 2019 and it's a highlight for us in southeast Queensland. There are 120 stalls outside, there are a whole lot more inside, there are courses you can do, there's food and entertainment all weekend, and there is a competition which has a first prize of $10,000. So yeah, it's a great weekend. As just one example, the guys in this tent are making a canoe in a single day.
Feeling real good. Come on, I can chop away. Well, I said I made this guitar now, and Lord, I'm looking out on the blade. And I made this guitar, and now I'm learning how to play. Well, I play it every morning, Lord, each and every day.
We're very lucky in Australia to have a lot of different timbers for woodworking, and very interesting timbers as well. And for me, it's another really interesting aspect of woodwork that I can learn. And I'm very much at the very beginning stage of learning about all these different timbers. But I'll go through and show you the different timbers that I brought this year's Woodshow. Okay, so first up, I have some planks here of Sookie Oak. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see on the video, but it has a very interesting grain pattern. So it's quite popular wood for woodworking in these parts of the world. So we've got a fair bit of that. Next to that, I've got some Sully Wattle, it's called, which is a nice dark brown colour. Next to that, I have a plank of, it's marketed as red mahogany, and I might be wrong, but I think that is just a marketing name for actually another kind of wattle, although the grain here is much denser than the dark Sully Wattle. But it is actually, this particular piece is actually quite a nice, clear, interesting piece of timber. So we've got that one. Then we have some planks of Jarrah, all the way from Western Australia. So we'll think of something to do with those. And then I have a small slab here of Camphor Laurel, which is a very popular timber and is readily accessible here in Queensland. So those are my purchases. I've also got some very other interesting pieces, which I'll show you now. I also brought this little piece of something called Ringus. I hope I pronounced that correctly, Ringus. And I know absolutely nothing about it, but it was just a few dollars, and for a small piece like this, and it's a really nice colour. And this one doesn't really have any figure on it, but it is quite a nice, it's nice close grain, a nice colour. So I grabbed that one. In Australia we have a lot of timbers, as I mentioned, and a lot of them are very hard and really quite interesting, but they're not necessarily large trees. So a lot of these trees grow in very arid places, so they don't grow very large, they grow very slowly, and the timbers are very hard, the fibres are very close together, and they make some really interesting timbers, but it's very difficult to manage them sustainably because they grow so slowly. So I splurged a little bit and brought a couple of really interesting species to show you. One of these, this one is called inland rosewood, and I know very little about it. I'm going to have to do some homework and find out more about it, but this is an example of one of these really nice, hard, really interesting coloured woods. The other one I got is the piece de resistance. I bought a couple of pieces of Gidgee, and I don't know if this is going to come out on the video, but these have a multicoloured grain in the single tree, in the single branch. So I'm not sure if this is going to come out well in the video, but it has some dark, you've got the sapwood, obviously there's the light coloured timbers, but then it has various shades of dark brown and in fact purple streams as well. And yeah, all sorts of colours, all in the same branch. So it's really nice, really special, and really quite expensive. But anyway, eventually we'll think of some nice project to use these in. So today is a special day for us woodworkers in this part of the world in southeast Queensland, because it's our timber wood show. That's the biggest one in our region, which runs every year. And so my plan for today was to go to the show. I wanted to buy some timber and also take some video, and I can show you all what the show's like and all of the different things that go on in that show, because it really is a great day out. So that was the plan, and I did go there, and I brought my timbers, as I've explained, and then I went back with my camera to take some videos to show you guys the show, but then I got some messages to say that Tito, our border collie puppy, was really seriously ill, and in fact he's ended up in hospital, pet hospital, and he's stable, but he's in really serious condition, and we think he's swallowed something he shouldn't have, and he's got some blockage, and he's got all sorts of complications with that. So he's going to be there at least one night, probably longer, and so fingers crossed that he'll pull through and he'll be okay. So obviously I had to cut short my trip and deal with the medical emergency with Tito, and we're just waiting to find out if he's going to be okay. But fingers crossed, he'll be okay. He's probably going to need surgery, but then I'm hoping he'll recover from that, and we'll all be good. So I'll let you know in the next video how that goes. So cross your fingers for us, and yeah, all of the encouragement that you want to give us would be greatly received. And yeah, I'm quite confident that he's going to be okay in the end. Okay, that's it for today, and yeah, as I say, I'll give you more news next time.